Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum dear students, and welcome to the 21st lecture on report writing skills. Dear students, in the last few lectures we have been discussing the MLA referencing style for creating the in-text citation plus the work cited page through MLA referencing system. And in the last lecture we discussed how to create the detailed references for anything that you picked up from the periodicals for the work cited page through MLA referencing style. And today, dear students, we are going to complete our MLA referencing details, and we will begin today from how to create the detailed reference for the work cited page through MLA referencing style while you are having an anonymous article in front of you. We are discussing the situation in which you are going to create the detailed reference for the work cited page through MLA referencing style at this particular moment for the periodicals. And this particular situation now in front of you, kindly have a look on the screen, is when you will be creating the detailed reference for an anonymous article, means for which you are not having any author available. Article from a periodical. Have a look on the screen, dear students. Here in place, when you are having the anonymous article from a periodical and you are trying to create the detailed reference for the work cited page through MLA referencing style, then you will be beginning with the title of the article in place of the name of the author. Have a look on the screen. Here, dear students, this is the title of the article in inverted commas, that is business, global warming, boom down, tourism in Greenland. Remember one thing, whenever you are giving the title of an article, it is never italicized through MLA referencing style. It is always in inverted commas, and the period, the full stop, the period is put within the closing inverted commas. Over here you can see the period. I have highlighted it for you. Kindly have a look on the screen. After that, dear students, the name of the periodical from which you have picked up this article, The Economist, then the publication date, that is 26th of May 2007, colon, then it's the page number 82, after it is a period, and then the medium of publication, that is print, and after it there is a period. Example in which you are trying to create the detailed reference for an anonymous article for the work cited page through MLA referencing style. Anonymous article picked up from a periodical. Next example, dear students, kindly have a look on the screen. Again in inverted commas, aging. Women expect to care for aging parents but seldom prepare. Inverted commas closed. Then Women's Health Weekly, this is the name of the periodical. After that is the date of publication, 10th May 2007, then a colon, then 18, this is the page number, kindly have a look on the screen, and after that dot, then print, the medium of publication, then again the dot, the period. Have a look again, dear students, kindly on the screen, how to create the detailed reference through MLA referencing style for the anonymous articles that might be picked up from the periodicals. Okay. Next situation, dear students, when you are picking up some information from any article of some scholarly journal. For this situation, dear students, you must learn one thing, that there are many volumes in which a journal might appear, but under those volumes, each volume might be having many issues. For example, if you are talking about volume 1 of a scholarly journal, then that volume might be having 6 issues under it. Volume 2 might be having 12 issues under it. So while you are trying to create the detailed reference in such a situation, when there might be a journal with a single volume but many issues over there, then the pagination style of the issues is extremely important. Sometimes in some journals, if there is issue 1 of volume 1 of some journal, listen to me carefully, and if the issue 1 ends up at page 26, then issue 2 of the same journal and the volume 1 might start from page number 27. That means the page number is picked up from the last page number of issue 1, and then issue 2 is, say, page number 27 to page number 56. Issue 3 is page number 57 to page number 98. But there might be another situation in which each issue is having its own independent numbers. For example, issue 1 of volume 1 of a journal is having pages from 1 to 100. But issue 2 starts again from page 1 to page 200. Issue 3 again starts from page 1 to page 150. That means each issue is might be having its independent numbers, not dependent on for their pagination style on other issues of the same volume of the same journal. So that means there might be a situation in which for you it is important to mention separately the issue number as well in the detailed reference that you are creating for any article that you have picked up from any issue of any scholarly journal. Have a look on the screen. That means issue number and volume number both should be added if available for creating the detailed reference for any information that you have picked up from any article of any scholarly journal. Do add the issue number and volume number whenever available. Have a look on the screen. Here, this is the general format that you should be following. Have a look on the screen, dear students. Beginning with the name of the author or authors. After that, the title of the article in inverted commas. After that, the title of the journal. Then comes the volume, then a period, then issue. Volume number first, then a period, then the issue number. After that, dear students, in inverted in brackets is the year of publication. After that is the colon, then the page numbers. After it, the medium of publication. We are discussing a situation in which we are trying to create the detailed reference for the work cited page through MLA referencing style for an article from a scholarly journal. And then we discuss the situation in which a journal might be having one volume and many issues, but the pagination styles, different pagination styles are available. That means one volume of a journal in different issues might be following the sequence of the pagination style, beginning from the issue number 1, then picking up the last page number of issue 1 and moving on to issue number 2, then picking up the last page number from issue number 2 and moving on to issue number 3. Or the different issues might be having their own independent page numbers. So it's important to add up in the detailed reference the issue number, the volume number, and the page number in the general format that I just have shown you in this example. Then, dear students, implementing this general format, have a look on the next example, an article that is picked up from a scholarly journal, beginning with the name of the author in front of you. This is the name of the author. After it, the name of the article. have a look on the screen, dear students. Conflicting nationalism, the voice of, this is the detailed name of the article. Again, this is in, kindly have a look on the screen, this is in inverted commas. Here in italics, after the name, after the title of the article comes the name of the scholarly journal from which you have picked up this article. Tulsa Studies in Women's Literature. Then, dear students, after it, 15.1. 15 is the volume number and 1 is the issue number. Then, in brackets, you can see the year of publication, 1996. After it is a colon. Then, dear students, it's page number 41, 250. Then there is a period. Then the medium of publication, print, and then a period. This is the way, dear students, you will be creating the detailed reference for the works cited page through Mla Referencing Style while you're picking up any information from an article from a scholarly journal, of a scholarly journal. Another example in front of you, dear students. Yes, this is the name of the author first, beginning from the name of the author, John N. After that, dear students, the name of the article in inverted commas. The supermarketplace of images, television as unmediated meditation in white noise. Inverted commas closed. After that, dear students, is the name of the journal, Arizona Quarterly. Kindly have a look on the screen. Then, dear students, is the volume number dot the issue number. Volume number 50, period 3 is the issue number. Then the date of publication in brackets, 1994. After that is colon. Then comes the page number 127 to 153. You don't write 1 again over here. 127-53 means page number 127 to page number 153. After that, dear students, is dot, then the medium of publication, print, then dot again. Have a look on the screen kindly. Here. Now, dear students, we will be moving on to the next situation in which you have picked up an article, some piece of information from an article which is a special issue of some scholarly journal. And special issues normally are published on some special occasions and are given sometimes the special titles as well. In that particular situation, yes, you would be adding up the name of that special issue in place of the title's entry's title. And then you will be adding up the term special issue of, and after that the name of the main journal. Let us have a look how to do it. Here, dear students, beginning in the same way with the name of the author. After that, the title of the article in inverted commas, politics in the novels of Graham Greene. Inverted commas closed. After that, dear students, here in place, in the normal situation when there is no special issue of any scholarly journal, you over here add up directly the name of the journal. But over here, when you have picked up an article, kindly have a look on the screen, from some special issue of a scholarly journal, at this place you will be adding up the name of that special issue in place of the name of the journal itself. So the name of the special issue over here is Literature and Society. Then after that, add a period over here, a period, that means a dot. Then add this word special issue of. You are not going to write the entire word SPECIAL. You will be simply abbreviate it, capital S. Have a look on the screen, then small p, e and c, then dot. After it, issue of, ISSUE space of, special issue of. Then would come the name of the main journal. Have a look on the screen. Journal of Contemporary History, and this is in italics. as already recommended to you. Then dear students, is the page number, is the volume number and the issue number. Over here 2.2 means volume number 2. First comes the volume number, then dot, then the issue number, which is 2. Volume number is also 2, issue number is also 2. Then after that, dear students, have a look on the screen. Here is the year of publication 1967, then a colon, then page numbers 93 to 99, then dot, then medium of publication print, then dot. This is a situation, dear students, in which you are trying to create the detailed reference for an article that you picked up from some special issue of some scholarly journal. So you have to add up the name of that special issue and the words to be added again, special issue of, SPEC issue of, SPEC dot issue of. Another example, kindly have a look on the screen. Here, dear students, in front of you on the screen. Name of the author, Case Ellen. Then the name of the article in inverted commas, Eve's Apple or Women's Narrative Bites. Then here comes the name, the title of the special issue, not the main journal, because you have picked up the article from a special issue, the special issue of the scholarly journal. So here you are first going to add up the title of the name of that special issue, and which is Techno-Criticism and Hyper-Narrative, italics. After that, as recommended, you will be adding up this term, special issue of, SPEC dot issue of Modern Fiction Studies. In front of you on the screen, dear students, this is the name of the main journal, Modern Fiction Studies. I have highlighted it for you on the screen. After that, dear students, 43.3. 43 is the volume number, then period, and 3 is the issue number. Then the year of publication 1997, then colon, then page number 631 to 650. And dear students, over here kindly have a look, this is very important, web.10th February.2010. What does this WEB over here mean? That means that this particular article that you have picked up from a special issue of a journal is available in the print form as well, and is available over here on the web as well. So since you have picked it up from the web, so you have to add up the date on which you have visited this website, and that is WEB.10th February.2010, the date in which you accessed that website from which you have picked up that article of that special issue of a scholarly journal. And its own original print publication date was 1997, and the date on which you visited the website to have a look on this article was 10th of February 2010. Have a look on the screen again, dear students. If you kindly compare both the situations in front of you, both the examples in front of you, here have a look. In the first example, after the volume number, issue number, the date of publication, then the page number and the medium of publication, and that is all. And over here in the second example, volume number 43, then issue number 3, the year of publication, then the page numbers, and then the date on which you visited that website to get a particular piece of information from the article that you have picked up from the scholarly journal. special issue of the scholarly journal. Since you have not picked up the information from the print source, you have picked it up from the web. So the medium of publication over here you will be mentioning as WEB, web, and then the date when you visited it. Okay, dear students, now we move on to the next very important topic of MLA referencing style, in which we will be discussing how to create the detailed reference for any piece of information that you have picked up from the web publications, from the electronic sources, as you can see on the screen. A very important thing, dear students, when you are trying to create the detailed reference through MLA referencing style for the web sources, the URLs, the path through which you access a particular piece of information, MLA does not require mentioning the URLs anymore in your detailed references, because sometimes there are many documents, as you can see on the screen, that appear on multiple places on the web. The same information might be present at one location, then another location, then another location. So giving the detailed URL path is not as such required. Simply your readers can access that particular piece of information through the name of the author or through the name of the article. But if your publisher demands it, then add that URL in angular brackets. If your editor or the authority demands the URL, then add that URL but in angular brackets. Okay, here in front of you the URL is added. Have a look on the screen here, just to show you how to add up the URL if needed, if required. This is what I mean by angular bracket. Before the word HTTP, you can see the angular bracket over here. Have a look on the screen, and then colon, backslashes, classics.mit.edu, then slash, then the angular bracket closes, then a period. And this would be the last thing added if you have to add it in the detailed reference. Okay. Before moving on to how to order up the different information in the detailed reference that you will be creating for the electronic sources through MLA referencing style, you should know the various abbreviations that MLA recommends to be used whenever required in the detailed reference for an electronic source. Dear students, normally the publisher information is required, but in case the publisher information is not available for the detailed reference of a web source, then you have to add up the abbreviation small n. Kindly have a look on the screen. Small n dot small p then dot. That means no publisher. Then if you kindly have a look on the screen, let me highlight it for you. This is small n dot small p then again dot. Then, dear students, if the publication date is not available, then in that case again you will have to use the abbreviation ND, small n dot small d dot, no date of publication available. Okay. Sometimes it's a situation, dear students, that when you are taking some piece of information from some web source, then there is no alternative or no parallel print publication of that particular source available. That means it's available only on the web. And in that anthology, that group of essays, if is available only on the web, then normally the page numbers might not be available. That in that situation, MLA referencing suggests you again to go for an abbreviation and page, showing no page number available. Have a look on the screen here. Small n dot, small p, small a, small g, then again dot. And page means no page available. So these are the few abbreviations that you might require while you will be creating the detailed reference for citing any piece of information from the electronic sources through MLA referencing style. Okay, dear students, what are the basic things that you need to add up while you're creating the detailed reference for the electronic sources through the MLA referencing style? Kindly have a look on the screen. Some of them might be available, some of them might not be available, but you are supposed to pick up the most of them, giving your best in order to pick up most of the listed information required for creating the detailed reference for the electronic sources through MLA referencing style. Have a look on the screen. Let me highlight it for you. First thing required is the name of the author or the editor, again if available. Then, dear students, the name of the article, if available, then in inverted commas. Okay, dear students, after that comes the title of the website. Have a look on the screen, the project or the book in italics. Okay, there are some publications, dear students, which are having a slightly different title on its web publication and a different title in the print publication. For example, there might be a small modifier added like .com on the web publication, like .net on the web publication. So you are supposed to be extremely cautious about these differences, small differences in the title when we talk of picking up the title from the print publication or picking up the title of a particular piece of information from the web publication. Then, dear students, another information that is supposed to be added is the version number available. It might be the revision posting date, the volumes and the issue numbers. After that, the publisher information that might include the name of the publisher plus the publication date. Then, dear students, kindly have a look on the screen, the page numbers. If available, add them. Then, dear students, the medium of publication, in this particular situation it is web. Then the date you accessed the material, when you visited that particular website, and then the URL if required. Okay, dear students, now let us one by one. This was the general format for creating the detailed reference through MLA referencing style for an electronic source. Now we will be implementing this general format into different particular situations one by one. The first situation that we will be discussing is citing an entire website. Kindly have a look on the screen. Okay. Here, this is the general format, dear students, in front of you on the screen. General format for citing an entire website through MLA referencing style. It will be beginning. Kindly have a look on the screen. Let me highlight it for you. Have a look on the screen. might be beginning from the name of the editor, author, or the compiler's name, if available again. And then the name, okay, after it will be the name of the site, the website, in italics. After that, dear students, will be the version number. You are trying to create the detailed reference for a website. Kindly keep this thing in mind. There is no article name available over here. You are creating the detailed reference through MLA referencing style of a website, an entire website. Then that is why you are having the name of the website in italics over here. Let me highlight it for you. Then the version number, if available. Then the name of the institution, organization affiliated with the site, that might be the sponsor or the publisher. After that, dear students, the date of the resource creation, if available. Then medium of publication, then date of access. Now let us see here in front of you the example. Beginning as recommended. Over here, dear students, it begins with the name of the website. That means the name of the editor, the name of the author or the compiler of the website is not available. So thereby, in this example, you see the detailed reference beginning from the name of the website itself in italics, the Prude Owl family of sites, in front of you highlighted in italics, then dot, then after it would be the name of the institution or the organization affiliated with the site, that might be the compiler, the publisher, or the sponsor. And over here it is the writing lab and owl at Prude and Prude U. The name of the institution affiliated with this website. After that, comma, 2008, this was the date of the creation of the website. Then the medium of publication, dear students, that is web, W-E-B, web. After that, the date of access, 23rd of April 2008, in front of you on the screen. Let's move to the next example, dear students. And here in the next example, you are having the name of the author or the compiler or the editor available. That is Dino. Last name, first name fashion. Have a look on the screen. After that is the name of the website in italics, Guide to Literary and Critical Theory. Remember one thing, there is a period between these two things, a dot. After that again the dot, then the name of the compiler, the name of the the name of the institution or the organization affiliated with the site. It might be the publisher, and this is Prude U, the name of the publisher. Then comma, 28th November 2003. This is the date on which this website was created. After that, dear students, kindly have a look on the screen. The medium of publication, W-E-B, that is web, then dot, the date on which you visited that website to pick up the particular piece of information that you have cited, that you have mentioned in your report. Kindly have a look again, dear students. Do not get confused. There are two dates in the above example as well, two dates in the this example as well. Here 2008 over here in the above example, this was the date of the creation of the website, and 23rd of April 2008, it was the date on which you accessed that particular website. And over here as well, 2003 is the date of the creation of the website, whereas 10th May 2006 is the date on which you visited that particular website. This is the way, dear students, in which through MLA referencing style you will be creating the detailed reference for an entire website. Okay. If you, dear students, are trying to create the detailed reference for any piece of information that you have picked up from any departmental course or any departmental website, then how to create the detailed reference in that particular situation, then you will be beginning, kindly have a look on the screen, you will be beginning with the name of the instructor in the last name first name fashion. After that, you will be giving the title of the course or the school catalog designation of the course, the title of the course, and then in italics, not in inverted commas. The title of the course over here is Survey of the Literature of England. Then, dear students, you will be giving the department or the school name, and over here the department name, school name is Proved U. After that, over here, dear students, is the date of publication, August 2006. Then after it, the medium of publication, web. Then after it would be the date on which you accessed that particular website. This is the way, dear students, you will be creating the detailed reference for a department or a course, for a departmental website or a course website of a university, of a school. Then, dear students, if it is, this was a particular situation, this was the example of the course offered by the university, detailed reference that you created for a course offered by the university. And if it's a department, then what is the difference? It will be beginning with the name of the department in italics. The example in front of you, name of the department in italics, English department. Have a look on the screen, then dot, then the name of the school, the name of the institute, the name of the university, Proved U, then dot, then 20th April 2009 is the date of the creation of this website on which this website of the department was created. Then after it is the medium of publication, that is web, then dot, then 14th May 2009 is the date on which you accessed that website, visited that website. It's the way, dear students, you will be creating the detailed reference for a course offered by a university or the website of an entire department of a school or a college or a university. In case of the course, you will be beginning with the name of the instructor. In case of the department directly, you will be beginning with the name of the department. Okay. Kindly have a look again. Now, dear students, if you're trying to create the detailed reference for a page on the website, there is a particular page on the website from which you have picked up any piece of information, and now you have to create the detailed reference through Mla Referencing Style for that particular page on the website. Remember, we began with creating the reference for an entire website. After that, we moved on to the next situation in which you created the detailed reference for an entire department or a course offered by a department, and now we are picking up a single page from a website, not the whole website. Now how to create the detailed reference for that single page picked up from a website. Okay, have a look on the screen. If you are having the name of the author available, dear students, of that particular page on the website, then you will be beginning up with the name of the author. And if you're not having the name of the author available, then you will be beginning up directly from the title of that particular page of the website. Have a look. And that will be in inverted commas. How to make vegetarian chili, in inverted commas. Then will be the name of the website in italics, that is eHow, and after that is the name of the publisher, dear students, Demand Media, and after that there is an abbreviation in front of you, ND. That means no date of publication available. After that, you can see the medium of publication, web, dear students. Then 24th February 2009, that means this was the date on which you have visited this website. Now, this is the way you will be creating the detailed reference, dear students, for a page from a website, from a single page from a website. Okay, dear students, now let's move to the next situation. Yes, a very interesting situation, dear students. If you are having some image, some painting, some sculpture, or some photograph in front of you on a website, and you want to create the detailed reference of that particular piece of art that you have just visited on the website, how to do it. Have a look. This is the general format. First of all, you will be providing the name of the artist. After that, the work of the art in italics. After that, the date of the creation, the date on which that particular website was created. Then the let me check it out for you. Over here, the date of creation is the date of creation of that piece of art, dear students. It's not the date of the creation of the website, kindly. Date of the creation on which that particular piece of art was created. Yes. Then, dear students, the institute and city in which the work is housed. After that, you will be adding up the name of the website in italics, then the medium of the publication, and then the date of the access. You are trying to create the detailed reference to Mla referencing style for any piece of art that you have visited on a website. Have a look on the examples in front of you on the screen, dear students. Name of the artist in front of you in last name, first name, fashion. Have a look on the screen. Francisco. Dot. This is the work of the art in italicized. That is italicized. The family of Charles IV. After that, the date of the creation of this work of art, 1800. Then after that, dear students, the date, the city, the institution in which this particular piece of art is housed. In front of you on the screen, Prado, Madrid. And this is after it, dear students, on the screen you can see the name of the website in italics on which this particular piece of art is shown. Then the medium of publication, web, then the date on which you accessed this website. This is how, dear students, you will be creating the detailed reference for a piece of art that you just have seen on a website. I repeat it again for you. It will be beginning up with the name of the artist. After that, the title of the name of the work of art. Then after that, the date of the creation. Have a look on the screen on which this particular piece of art was created. After that, the city, the institute where this work of art is housed. After that will be the name of the website on which it is shown. Then will be the medium of the publication, that is web in this particular situation, and then the date on which you accessed that particular website for that piece of art. Okay. Next example, dear students, in front of you on the screen. Yes. It again begins with the name of the artist, Cleve. This is Paul. Then dot. Then the name of the work of the art, Twittering Machine, 1922. The date on which this particular piece of art was created. Then the place where it is housed, Museum of Modern Art, New York, in front of you on the screen. After that, the name of the website, archive, then the medium of publication, web, the date on which you accessed that website, that is 22nd May 2006. Okay. Dear students, in the above situations we have discussed, we have created the detailed reference for those works of art which are housed in reality as well, somewhere in some institute, in some city. But if there is some piece of art that is simply available on the website and it's not in reality available on the globe anywhere, then what is the difference that will be there in the detailed reference in such a situation? Have a look on the screen. You will again be beginning up with the name of the artist. After that, yes, you will be having the title of the work, as you can see on the screen, Great Horned Owl Family. Then you will be showing what is the medium of that work. Over here in this particular situation, it's a photograph. So you will be mentioning it, what it is. It is a photograph. So this is the medium of the work in front of you on the screen. Then you will be mentioning the name of the website, dear students, in italics, that is web shorts over here. And after that, if there is some user, just a minute, let me check it out for you. Yes. Okay. Here in this particular situation, dear students, if you have a look on the screen, this American Greetings is the name of the main compiler, name of the main publisher that is linked with this website, Web Shorts. Then after it, dear students, is the 22nd of May 2006. It is not the date of the creation of that piece of art. This is the date of the creation of this website. Then is the medium of publication, and then is the date on which you have accessed or visited this website. Okay. Dear students, have a look again. This is a particular situation in which the particular piece of art is not practically housed anywhere on the globe. It's only available on the website. Now, how to create the detailed reference in this particular situation when a piece of art is simply available to you on a website? You will be beginning, yes, with the name of the artist. After that, you will be adding up the title of that piece of art in inverted commas. Then you will be adding up the medium of that piece of art. Is it a painting? If it's a painting, then you will be writing the word painting, painting. If it's a photograph, in this particular example, have a look on the screen, this is a photograph. You will add up the word photograph that shows that the medium is a photograph of that piece of art, medium of that piece of art. After that, you can see is the name of the website, Web Shorts, then American Greetings, name of the main publisher, the name of the main compiler. Then after it, 22nd May 2006. Dear students, this is the date on which this website was created. Then medium of publication, have a look on the screen, WEB, web, 5th of November 2009, the date on which you visited this website. Okay. Yes, a particular, dear students, if the name of the artist is not available for any piece of art, but there is some person who posted that particular piece of art to you, then in place of the author name you will be adding up that user's name. When the name of the again, it's not author, the artist. If the name of the artist for a particular piece of art for which you are creating the detailed reference is not available, then, or it is something that is posted to you by somebody, then simply add up in place of the artist's name the name of the user that has posted that particular piece of art to you. Okay. Okay. Now, dear students, if you are picking up, next situation, if you are picking up any article from a web magazine, now how to create the detailed reference for that particular article through MLA referencing style that you have picked up from the article that you have picked up from a web magazine. Have a look on the screen again. You will be beginning with the name of the author, then after it you will be adding up, dear students, kindly have a look on the screen, you will be adding up the title of the article in inverted commas, then after it, dear students, you will be adding up the name, the title of the web magazine in italics. In this particular situation, a list apart for people who make websites. After that, dear students, you will be adding up the name of the publisher, then will be the date of publication on which this particular website was created. After that, the medium of publication, have a look on the screen, and the date on which you visited that website. If publisher is not available, you will be adding up the abbreviation small n dot small p dot. If there are dates of the publication are not available, you will be adding up the abbreviation small n small d small n dot small d dot. That means no date of publication available. Again, I repeat the example. An article from a web magazine beginning with the name of the author, mark, dot, then the title of the article, 10 tips on writing the living web, and over here this article, dear students, is in inverted commas. Then, dear students, the name of the journal, the name of the web magazine in italics from which you have picked up this particular article, a list apart for people who make websites. After that, dot, then the name of the publisher, then after that, comma, 16th of August 2002, the date of the creation of this website. Then medium of publication, it's web, and the date on which you access this website is 4th of May 2009. Okay. Okay. Now, dear students, let us discuss the situation in which you are trying to create the detailed reference for an article on an online scholarly journal. That the situation might be that this journal is available only online, only on web, and this journal is not available on website. What to do in this particular situation? It's quite possible that the page numbers over there are not available because the journal is not available in the print form. Yes, in that case you can skip the page number situation. You can skip the page numbers, and rest situation you will be creating the detailed reference in the same way as we have been creating in the above situations. Let us see. But when you skip the page numbers, dear students, you have to add up over there the abbreviation N.PAG, means no page available. You have to add up this information in the detailed reference in that situation when there is no page number available. Beginning with the name of the author, last name, first name, fashion, have a look, Nadine, then the title, dear students, of the article, Research in Youth Culture and Policy, Current Conditions and Future Directions, in inverted commas. Then comes the name of the journal, dear students, Social Work and Society, the international online only journal. Then, dear students, this is very important, the volume number and the issue number. It's volume number 6 and issue number 2. Then the year of publication over here, 2008. After that is a colon and n, small n, dot PAG, then dot, that means no page number available. Then the medium of publication, dear students, you can see it's web, and after that is the date on which you have visited this website, that is 20th May 2009. This is the way you will be creating the detailed reference for an article from a scholarly journal that is only available on web. Now let us move to the next situation in which you will be creating the detailed reference for an article that you have picked up from a scholarly journal, but which is available both in the print form as well as in the soft form, website form on the web. Here in front of you, yes, dear students, you will be creating the detailed reference of this journal almost in this article from the journal that appears both in the print form as well as in the web, on the web, almost in the same way in which you created the detailed reference for an article that you picked up from a journal in the print form. Let us see how. That means page numbers would be added in over here. Since it is available in the print form, there's no question of not having the page numbers. Here, have a look on the example in front of you. This begins with the name of the author, last name, first name, fashion, Mark, and after that is the name of the article in inverted commas. As I have already told you that whenever you are going to mention the name of some article, title of some article, this is shorter work. Through Mla Referencing Style, you will be adding that title up in inverted commas. You will never italicize it. Investigating disease, have a look on the screen, outbreaks under a protocol to the Biological and Toxin Weapons Convention, inverted commas, close. After that, dear students, is the name of the journal, that is Emerging Infectious Diseases. Then after that, name of the volume, volume 6, dot issue 6. After that, the year of publication, 2000. Right. Then, dear students, is the page number 595-600, page number 595 to page number 600. Then medium of publication, web. Then 8th February 2009 is the date on which you visited this website. This is the way, dear students, you will be creating the detailed reference through Mla Referencing Style for an article that you have picked from a website, but that article is also available in the print form. Next situation. Okay, dear students, there might be a situation on which you are picking up an article from an online database. For example, you all must be familiar with the name of JSTOR, then Science Online, Science Direct, ProQuest, and LexisNexis in front of you on the screen. Now, these are online databases that give you a number of different articles on different topics. Now, how to create the detailed reference for any article that you have picked up from these databases. Let us have a look on the screen. Here, have a look on the screen, dear students. This begins with the name of the author. Kindly have a look on the screen. And after the name of the author, dear students, is the name of the article, Nature's Rotary Electromotors. And after their science, this is a particular section of that main database from which you have picked up that particular article. And after that, the date of publication, of the date of the creation of this particular website. Then, dear students, are the page numbers, and after Science Online is the main compiler publisher, dear students, of this main database in italics. Then, dear students, the medium of publication, this is web. Then 5th of March 2009, this is the date on which you have visited that website. Then, dear students, let's move to the next example. Well, again it begins with the name of the author. Then here comes the name of the article, Love and Courtship in Mid-20th Century England, inverted commas closed. Then the database, the journal from which you have picked up, the historical journal, and after that the volume number, dear students, then the issue number, volume number 50, issue number 1, then the year of publication, 2007. After that, the page numbers 173 to 96. ProQuest is the name of the main database, the main compiler, the main publisher. Then, dear students, the medium of publication, web, and the date on which you have visited that website, 27th of May 2009. Okay, there might be a situation, dear students, let's move to the next situation, in which you have to create the detailed reference through Mla referencing style for an email. For example, you have picked up any piece of information from an email and that you want to somehow quote in your piece of writing, whatever it is, a report, a proposal, and for it now you have to create the detailed reference through Mla referencing style. So how to do it? Kindly have a look on the screen. It will begin, dear students, with the name of the author, the person who has written that email. You will be beginning with the name of that person in the last name, first name fashion. Over here, have a look on the screen, Andrew. Then after that, in inverted commas, dear students, you will be adding up the subject line in quotation marks, the subject of the email. If you have used an email through any database, for example from Yahoo or through Gmail, then there is always a line. Whenever you want to create a new message, there is a line titled subject, on which you write the subject of your email. So that subject line over here will be added up after the name of the person who has written that email. And over here it is re-modernist literature. Then, dear students, you will be mentioning over here next the name to whom that particular email was sent. Who was the person to whom that particular email was sent? That is message, if you can see on the screen, message to the author. Then the date on which the message was sent, 15th of November 2000, in front of you on the screen. Then, dear students, the medium of publication over here in this particular situation, this is an email. Right. Next example in front of you, dear students, we are trying to create the detailed reference through Mla referencing style for an email, for a particular piece of information that you have picked up from an email. And I told you that you will be beginning up with the name of the person who has sent that email. We have discussed the first example, we have analyzed the first example. Now we are moving to the next example over here. Nehat David, the name of the person, last name, first name fashion of the person who has sent that email. After that, the subject line of the email is given in inverted commas, online tutoring. Then you have to add up to whom this message, this email was sent. You will be over here in this particular situation, message to Joe Barbato. Then dear students, the date on which the message was sent, that is 1st of December 2000, and the medium of publication, that is over here in email. This is the way, dear students, you will be creating the detailed reference to MLA referencing style for any piece of information that you have picked up from an email. Okay, dear students, how to create the detailed reference for a particular discussion group or a blog posting. Have a look on the screen. The general format that you will be following is, kindly have a look on the screen. You will be beginning up with the name of, say, if you're having the editor's name, you will be adding up the name of the editor, beginning with the name of the editor. If you're having the screen name that the persons do not want to open up their real names, then there are some alias or screen names available. You can begin with the screen names, then, or you can begin with the name of the author if available, or you can begin with the name of the compiler. Have a look on the screen. Then, dear students, you will be adding up the title of that particular posting that was sent on that blog, the title. After that, dear students, you will be adding up the name of the site. After that, the version number if available. Then after that, the name of the institute, the name of the organization affiliated, the compiler or the publisher or the sponsor affiliated with that website. Then medium of publication, and then date of access. Here in front of you, the example. Dear students, if the name of the author and the screen name both are available, then you will be beginning up with the screen name, and you will be adding up the name of the author in the brackets, and you will be adding up a period, a dot, after the closing bracket. Have a look on the screen. Over here, the screen name of the person is also available, and the name of the author is also available. The screen name is written first, Selmer 1515. Then after it, dear students, is the name of the author. Since it was available, it is put in the brackets, and after the closing bracket, there is a period over here. Then, dear students, the posting title. Here, it is in inverted commas. Best strategy, fenced pastures versus max number of rooms. Inverted commas closed. Then, dear students, there should be the name of the site, that is in italics. Have a look on the screen. Board Game Geek. The name of the sponsor, the name of the publisher, the name of the main website linked with it. After it, kindly have a look again on the screen. Board Game Geek. Then, dear students, the date, on which this particular website was created. Then after it, the medium of publication, and after it, the date on which you have accessed this particular piece of information on a blog. Dear students, this is the way you will be creating the detailed reference for a particular piece of information that you have picked up from a particular blog discussion group on internet. Have a look again on the screen, the general format. As I told you, you can begin with the screen name, you can begin with the author's name, you can begin with the editor's name, you can begin with the compiler's name. In case the screen name and the author name both are available, then you will be adding up both, beginning up with the screen name and then adding up the author's name in brackets and putting a period after it. And after that, the title of the posting in that on that particular group, discussion group on internet. Then after that, you will be adding up the name of the website, then the date on which that website was created, then the medium of the publication, and then after that, the date on which you have visited that particular website. Yes, after adding up the name of the website, you will also be adding up the name of the main website creator, the main publisher, the main institute, that is organization affiliated with that particular site. It might be a sponsor, it might be a publisher's name. Yes. Date of publication, then the medium of publication, and then, dear students, here comes the date on which you have accessed this particular, visited this particular group. Okay, dear students, here we end up with MLA referencing style at last. And we started with in-text citation style through MLA referencing. Then we moved on to the detailed work cited page that should be created in parallel to the in-text citations by the end of the report. And we discussed many situations. We began with the books, then periodicals, and electronic references, then many other situations in detail. And if you practically implement and understand all these details, no doubt they would help you become a much better and professional and authentic writer as compared to your past if you did not know it earlier. Wishing you best of luck in all the best things and good things of life. Till next, thank you so very much. See you in the next lecture, inshallah. Allah Hafiz.